Hi everybody, it's Tuesday, week 7 of Bra Food Rehab. And I thought I'd just go ahead and put my do-rag on for you today. I don't normally wear it on camera. But I woke up this morning, just the image of Jen Hoppa interviewing her parents on their Raw family road trip just was in my mind, and I just loved that clip where her dad's talking about that, Jen used to be the only member of the family that was kind of out there, because she decided to go vegetarian at a very young age, which was very perplexing to both Bill and Katie. I'm sure they were just like, what is going on with this girl? And so now, at this stage in their life, Jen's now gone on this raw food journey, and they have made a decision that they're going to go along with her, and they're having pretty dramatic results. I mean, they've both lost, Bill and Katie have both lost 20 pounds in about 5 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks. So, I mean, they are believers now in, as Bill calls it, this radical countercultural raw vegan way of eating. And so, thus we have the do-rag, since we're going countercultural today. But I just wanted to share my thoughts with that on you, because I think that's what so many people think. I know when I switched over to a higher raw food diet 4 years ago, people looked at me like I was literally smoking marijuana or something. They did not understand what direction I was going in with my diet. And it's not mainstream as we know it today, although I think it's becoming more and more accepted. People don't necessarily understand it, and that's the reason I'm writing the book that I'm writing, is because I want it to be more of a mainstream option for people who are wanting to address some of their health problems. We've talked a little bit about there is a cure for diabetes on this website, and I just happened to flip open to a page today that I wanted to share with you. We have existed in a poor food environment for so many years, and our choices in it have been making us sick and squashing our potential. We must claim excellent health for ourselves, regardless of our environment, the actions of others, or our past history. We're talking about shifting away from conventional restaurants and out of the center of our grocery store with its processed, adulterated foods, and moving more towards like the farmer's market, co-op, and produce section of our grocery store mentality. He also shares a couple things that I think I just laughed when I read this. Despite the myths that we have been sold and told, we are not, by genetic constitution, Mars bars eaters, big gulp super drinkers, or Big Mac snackers, nor do we suffer from a deficiency in these junk foods. None of us are suffering from a deficiency of red dye number 40, blue lake number 5, disodium isonate, MSG, aspartame, or any of the other excitotoxins that have been deliberately placed in our foods to seduce and addict us into profit. For millions of years, we have been physiologically, biochemically, and genetically designed to eat a diet of organic living plant foods. The overwhelming medical, sociological, and historical data corroborate this. Food is the fundamental way in which we interface with our home, the living planet, with our cultural ancestry, which existed without degenerative disease, and is a most important and subtle way we acknowledge an association or disassociation with who we truly are. So, is a raw vegan diet, or even if you're not vegan, a raw, maybe more towards a vegetarian style of eating, is that really countercultural? It's absolutely countercultural to our culture today, but I personally believe that it was the diet that we were designed to eat. Just like when a mother delivers a baby and suddenly her breasts fill with milk, it makes sense that there is a divine intelligence, our creator, who has made this whole thing come together and work. Crying hungry baby, I don't know, nutritious breast milk coming out front. I mean, that sort of, I think that answers some questions. Likewise, in our food supplies, foods that grow from the ground, out of the trees, off of the vine, These are all foods that were designed specifically for our body. Our body recognizes those as foods. And so what was odd, all this thought process was going on in my mind this morning, and for years and years and years, I've had this membership to The Good Cook. I don't know if you all know what it is. It's like one of those book club deals, and they always send me an email like every other day about the new books. And for some reason, I haven't gotten rid of it. I still get those emails. And so I just happened to click on it today, and it had a list of the top 100 selling cookbooks in the United States. And so I just clicked on, and I stopped at number 15, because what I realized I was seeing is the number one selling cookbook right now is Martha Stewart's Cupcakes. Oh, and it's a cute one, don't you know? It's cute. Very cute. The number 2 was, I forget the name of it, but it was basically the Meat Bible, talking all about, how to cut your meat and everything about beef and chicken and all that. And then the next one was Sunday Suppers, which was, very like a Paula Deen type book. And that, Paula Deen obviously was on there. A lot of very rich, very heavily cooked, very heavily seasoned, and full of wheat and dairy and all that. Those were the top 15 books, and so I stopped there. I mean, I'd be interested to see if there was even a vegetarian or a healthy book on that list, and I'll probably go back and check it. But we live in a culture that doesn't support this lifestyle that we're doing here on Raw Food Rehab. And so my personal goal is to continue working towards making that shift in our thinking. Because those of you who are experiencing great results already know. I mean, there was another part of this book that I thought was so cool, and it seems like maybe someone already brought this out. Maybe it was Susan. Someone posted this. Moderation. It's mediocrity, fear, and confusion in disguise. It's the devil's reasonable deception. It's the wobbling compromise that makes no one happy. Moderation is for the bland, the apologetic, for the fence setters of the world, afraid to take a stand to live or die. Moderation is lukewarm tea, the devil's own brew. That was written in the book The Way of the Peaceful Warrior by Dan Millman, which if you haven't read that book, it's pretty powerful. So I have often prided myself as a moderate. Moderation in all things, we're going to be moderate. Moderation is why I still weigh 170 pounds, people. Truth be known. So I kind of had a little wake-up call. Instead of putting my thinking cap on, I put my do-rag on this morning. And I got in the kitchen and I started creating some fun foods, and I'm working on recipes for this book, and I'm really having the best day today. And I'm just embracing all of this information. But I'd like to hear what you think about what I've just said. I mean, how are you on moderation? How's moderation working for you? Or have you found that you're more successful in attaining your goals when you take a little bit more strong stand with whether it be your diet or whatever your issues are that you're working on. So this is the video for today. I'm also going to make another video with some raw food rehab house rules in it, which I think will be really helpful for a lot of people. I have put together a few little things that I think needed to be said, and so I'll post that on another thread, so be sure to look for that. But thanks for listening today, and I would love to hear from you what your perspective is on the topic of the day. Countercultural. Love it.